What is up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are talking about the Honor X9 pad. So I have gone and got myself the Honor X9 pad. Now already this is a beautiful tablet. Now I never thought I would actually see myself using a tablet until I actually looked at its specs. Now this tablet is super thin first off, but we'll get to that very soon. I just want to say thank you very much for the support on the Google Pixel 9 video. It did tremendously good, and I thank you so much for your comments because they mean a lot to me. Is the Honor X9 the best budget tablet you can buy? Now, that's the question of the day, and that's the question we're going to answer at the very end. Let's talk about the design and the build quality. Now, the design and build quality has the dimensions of 267.3 by 167.4 by 6.9 millimeters. Now the weight of the actual product is 495 grams, and the materials are a front glass and an aluminium frame, as well as having a aluminium back. But the only color you can get it in is grey. Let's talk about AI multitasking. Now, the Honor X9 pad is known for its multitasking functionalities. Example, you can watch YouTube whilst working at the same time. Now, I've tried this out myself. I can actually use my notes alongside my presentation documents and watch YouTube or play my favorite game. Now, yes, I may not have the attention span for all 3 different applications, but if you are someone that does love to multitask, this tablet can do so. Not only is it really good at multitasking, it is also super quick. Now, normally when you can multitask on, let's say, a laptop, you have to give a press to render feature, meaning that if you're actually using 2 different applications, yes, they may work, but I've noticed with my laptop, I actually have to click the application twice on the separate side in order to use it, vice versa. If I wanted to use, let's say, notes on the left side of my screen, I have to click it to activate it to then use it. But with the X9 pad, you don't need to do that. You can literally touch it and it will respond instantly, which is really impressive. Let's talk about the display. Now, this is something that I absolutely love. Displays on devices is what gets you so immersed with it. If it has a terrible display, you won't be as interested as if you had a XR Retina display as Apple do, or a 4K OLED panel. Now, what the X9 Honor do is a TFT LCD display. That is the compromise for its price. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind an LCD display. I'm just so used to OLED and being spoilt with higher pixels on other devices that when I actually use something like the tablet, I do notice a difference. Is it a bad difference? No, because I still use it. The aspect ratio of the device is 5:3. Now that is a big ratio. And not only that, you can actually enjoy movies, YouTube videos, and gaming even better because it's a bigger screen. Now, when we think about aspect ratios, we're talking about the canvas on which the stories are told. This is the width and height of your screen to define how your content feels. From the cinematic 21:9 to the boxy nostalgia of 4:3, every aspect ratio has its place, But today, we're talking about one that doesn't have the spotlight that often, and that is 5/3. Aspect ratio determines more than just the screen shape. It influences the mood, composition, and audience immersion. The Honor X9 pad has a 5/3 aspect ratio, and this is the sort of aspect ratio that again doesn't have the spotlight. But, to be honest, I would consider this aspect ratio very overlooked. Now, there's only one problem with the whole device that I notice, and that is the PPI density. Now, the PPI density is the pixels per inch, and it's only 203. Now, when I reviewed the Oppo Neo X3, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, I'm pretty sure it had a 468 PPI, and that, to me, was a little bit low. I could see some problems here and there, but you have to remember that technology has moved on, and the Oppo Neo X3 is an older device compared to the X9 pad. The X9 pad has 120Hz refresh rate, but it actually has 3 different modes. What do I mean by that? So first off, you can go to 60Hz, which is the lowest it can be, and it also saves a lot of battery. But I like smoothness, and the X9 pad gives you 2 versions of 120Hz. Now, normally phones would just give you a mix of different hertz. You've got 60, 90, and 120, and obviously when you get more into the bigger price point, then you get like 240. But the point is that you get 2 versions. You have dynamic and high performance. Dynamic is still 120Hz with a tiny bit of a jitter. That is all. And it saves battery. But then you have high performance, and high performance can give you the smoothest refresh rate that the actual tablet can give you. But again, you're compromising for a lot of battery. Let's talk about the performance. Now, the X9 pad has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 685 chip, which is also a 6nm chip. Not the fastest chip on the planet, but it can definitely keep up with multitasking and working on projects. The tablet also has a octa-core CPU, which is a 4x2.8 GHz Cortex, which is also a A73, and also a 4x1.9 GHz Cortex, which is an A53. The GPU inside is an Arduino 610. This GPU offers a decent performance for mid-tier smartphones. It performs in a considered adequate state for everyday tasks, casual gaming, and moderate graphic demands. Now, here is where the price point sets aside from other competitors. The RAM inside is 4GB, which isn't good, but it does have 128GB of storage. Best believe that isn't expandable, but obviously we have cloud storage apps now, so technically you can expand. You just can't expand with a micro SD card. Now let's talk about the battery. With all of this high-powered multitasking and compatibilities, how does the battery run? And I'll be honest, very, very good. And that's no joke. The battery capacity is 7,250 mAh, and that supports a 22.5 watt charger. And it isn't the quickest, but once you actually do charge it to full, you can get web browsing up to 8 hours and 56 minutes, and video playback up to 11 hours and 2 minutes. Now, gaming kind of sets it aside and brings it down a bit to 7 hours and 3 minutes, but the point is that you have a long-lasting battery compared to most smartphones of a higher price point. The device has a 86% body ratio, and you notice it quite a bit because the bezels are really thick. Now, even when you're watching Netflix or YouTube, you will notice these bezels, but after a while I noticed in myself, you kind of forget them, and you kind of respect the fact that they've done this because they've put more hardware and software into the device to run smoothly. Let's talk about the audio. Now, the audio on the X9 pad is quite interesting. Now, it isn't the loudest audio that I've used, but it's definitely the cleanest. And that is my honest opinion. See, the actual tablet comes with 6 surround sound speakers, but the company never specified how many decibels nor watts that it has. But if I was to guess, it's 5 watts per speaker, making it 30 watts directly punching at you. Now, audio isn't justified about how loud it is, it's more about how clean it is for the user. Right now, we're going to test the audio with a simple video, one of my videos, and we're going to see how it sounds.
And today we are talking about the Google Pixel 9. So I managed to get my...
Again, not the loudest audio, but definitely the cleanest. Keynotes to know. The device does not have a flashlight, which is quite annoying because flashlights come in handy. Another keynote to know is that the device is really slippy because it's 6.9mm thick. But also the material that they've used is really slippy. That's why most of the time I like using my case, because it's anti-slip. Best believe this device will slip out of your hands. It's not a matter of if it will happen, it's only a matter of when. The tablet comes with quick gesture sliding. Well, example, your calendar, clock, and weather can be quick gestured so you can see it quicker. The tablet also features a mini dock station that remembers what your most used apps are. So instead of going into your app station and finding the apps you want to use, it has a mini dock station that remembers your most used apps. So this device is your relaxation partner. It's where you can relax, enjoy the content you want to enjoy without having to worry if the actual device is going to lag or jitter. Now I sign off the video with one simple question. Will you be buying the Honor X9 pad? Right guys, that has been me. I have been Guy Tech Reviews, also named Reese Guy. And again, thank you so much for your support on the Google Pixel 9 video. It blew up so much, and again, your comments were amazing. So please drop some comments down in this video, show some love, because it genuinely makes me happy and it makes me want to post more on this channel. Right guys, that has been me, and I will see you in the next video. That was cringy as hell. Bye guys.